At this point, I'm as bright as season 8 of Game of Thrones. Okay? The White Walker episode, The War, when winter done came. But now I shine and I sparkle, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. One, what do I mean by dimming your light? We all have a light. We all have a soul. We all have beautiful things that makes us, okay? But when we get around people who are not confident in themselves, very, very insecure, sometimes we can step back a bit just so they can feel better about themselves. I cannot tell you how many times in my life I have done this, and it has completely destroyed my real personality. And now as an adult, what's happening? I'm trying to find her again. I'm trying to find that little spark, that happy little princess that used to be inside me. And it's hard and it's a difficult thing. So I'm here to tell you to stop. I'm here to tell you how to stop and how to fix this. Now, y'all know I love to start off in childhood trauma. It's the most fun part where everything begins. Now, how can early conditioning make us think that we're too much? Okay, I'll give you a personal backstory. For me, I grew up with ADHD, still have it, still prevalent, okay? But when I was diagnosed when I was like 11, but growing up, I was the youngest in my family. I was like the youngest daughter, the youngest cousin, the youngest granddaughter, girl, everything. I was the baby. So what happened? I was annoying, okay? Naturally, the youngest is the most annoying. I get it. But there came a point I noticed, because of being the youngest and because being diagnosed with ADHD, I was insane. I was crazy. And I feel like I was constantly told to be quiet. And when I was in school, I was the most talkative little human being. I bet teachers just wanted to choke me out, okay? Because I've been around those kids now. I'm kind of getting payback because my kid is kind of like that. So I understand it. I don't know if you had this in like your elementary school, but we had something called a choice card, and it was like every single Friday you would go home and the teacher would write a note, and like your parents could kind of see, they'd like open it up and see how you did for the week. They could write a little note, and then also you'd go home with a letter. You got E, S, N, and U, something like that. E is for excellence, okay, excellence. S is for satisfactory, N is for non-satisfactory, and U is for unsatisfactory. Also, stupid choice of words. Anyways, I would always go home in my choice card with the letter S for satisfactory, or N, not satisfactory, which is the same as unsatisfactory. So what the hell does that even, you know what, whatever. Point is, I would always go home with a note every single Friday, and it would always say, talks too much. The fact that I was constantly told to shut up all the time, it really just made me dim my light. So when it came time to like late middle school, I'd probably say like 8th grade, early high school, I became so quiet. Y'all, before I was popular, I was cute, I was bumping. I had not a fear in this world. And I dimmed my light, and I dimmed exactly who I was because of everybody else, because of all of the adults around me. And now, as an adult, I struggle to even say what I really want to say. I struggle to have things come up in my mind. Y'all, you know what it drove me to do? Become a psychopath. Okay, now I just talk to myself. Like, I literally just have conversations in my head. Sometimes people will talk to me and I will reply in my head, because I feel like my body and like my nervous system was like told to be quiet so many times that now I can't like physically speak. Like, I get in fights about this with my husband constantly, because he'll like ask me something or say something, and I will think that I replied outside, but I actually just replied in my head. And then he'll ask me the question again. I'll be like, did you not hear me? I said this. And he's like, bro, you said nothing. Now I'm just psychotic and like borderline schizophrenic. I don't even know what I am at this point. And like, yeah, I get it. There's a time and a place to talk. And there probably were lots of times where I should have been told to shut up. I get it. I've always loved those type of people. Those type of people that can just like talk to anybody, that are never scared to say anything. Some should have a filter. But I've always loved that, and I feel like that's how I was, and I'm trying to get that back now. And being an adult trying to get it back is so much more difficult, because if you have a larger than life personality, sometimes people don't know how to react to that, because that's just not them. It's just not who they are, which is fine. But sometimes it can go too far. And let me tell you what happened to me one time that just, I got set back. I always used to be a girly girl. I loved makeup. I loved dressing up. I loved doing my hair. I was that girl that would wake up before middle school and high school at like 5 in the morning just to do a full beat. I'm talking 2014 beat. Those things took time. And not all of my friends were like that. I was kind of one of the only girls in my friend group that was like that. There was maybe like one or two, but I had this one friend, and there was this one guy that she met, Tinder of course. Things like started getting pretty serious with him. She came to me, my friend's coming over, or like this guy is coming over. Can you look ugly? And like we were like all going out or something like that. And I'm like, why? Like we're all going out. What do you mean? She was like, no, like purposefully, please. Just like don't put on makeup, just like don't do your hair, just please look ugly. And I was like, why would I do that? That's a very strange request. And she was like, well, because this guy I met is coming with us and I just don't want him to like you instead of me. One, I didn't know how to feel because it's slightly a compliment, but it's also very backhanded. And I could tell at the moment she was just like very insecure, so I didn't know how to really respond to that except for yeah, because like of course this girl was my best friend at the time. Like if you really feel that way, if you feel threatened and you feel bad about it, I mean, I guess like I'll do it to make you happy, whatever. So I think I just like went out that night in like a jacket or something and did like the lightest makeup. But this wasn't the first time that that's happened. Like it started happening multiple times with her getting comfortable and telling me like, hey, look ugly right now, or like don't talk too much. I think that was like the start where I like really just decided to not be myself anymore. Just adopted this like grungy stoner vibe mentality that really wasn't even me before. I was stupid girly girl. I would wear heels to school. I was that annoying, clickety clacker through the hallway. I don't know, just things just started changing. I just started like dimming who I was. And then now looking back as an adult, I can totally understand, like we were young. She was probably having a lot of confidence issues. And what did that situation trail into, which I know everybody does? Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. This next one, everybody does it. And it's the most annoying thing. And then now that I realized it and I caught on to it and I see what's going on, it is the most annoying thing. And that is compliment shrinking. Okay, when somebody gives you a compliment, accept it. It is so ugly of you for somebody to come up to you and be like, oh, I like your jacket. And you're like, Goodwill. It's gross. Look at all the stains on it. And the person's like, I liked it, but okay. And I do this all the time. Just like one of my friends the other day, I posted a picture on my Instagram story and she was like, oh girl, look at your quads. Your quads look so nice. I really do have nice legs. Girl, they're like horse legs. My quads, they are horses. Girl, sign me up for the Kentucky Derby. I got some thick legs. But anyways, she like commented on my quads and she's like, oh, they look so good. And instead of just being, oh, thanks, girl, it was, but you don't see the cellulite I have. I bet that reply was so awkward for her to read. Just be like, all right. I know you do that. I know everybody does that because it's a way of taking attention away from yourself if you're not comfortable with the attention, and it's a way of being humble. I think because we all just want to seem humble, like we don't all really want to see cocky, but that honestly, when you think about it, that's not cocky. If somebody gives you a compliment and you just say, thank you, like you're right, I do, like, yeah, I like this jacket, like just have a good attitude about it, that is going to play so much better, and that is going to show other people that you are a positive person and you love yourself and you enjoy being you. Just accept it. We're being weird at this point. It's getting uncomfortable. Now that I trauma dump, it's time to get into my tips on how we can stop this. Okay, how can you bring your light back up? Number 1, notice when you shrink, okay? Notice when that light starts dimming. What's happening to you? Is it somebody telling you to be quiet? Are you a loud laugher and they're like, girl, shut up? Do you downplay your wins in front of other people? Do you downplay the compliments? Do you pretend to be less excited when something good happens just because you're worried about how the other person is going to feel? Or do you even soften your personality and stay quiet because you don't want to attract too much attention? And once you like sit down and really think about what's happening and when it's happening, when it does actually happen, that switch is going to come off in your brain and you're like, oh my gosh, why did I just do that? Oh my gosh, why did I just say that? You're going to be able to notice every single instance that comes your way. And that's when you can bring in the change. I'm training myself that every single time I hear a compliment now, I'm going to say thank you. And I'm going to agree with that person. I'm going to be like, you know what? You're right. I do look good today. Now, number 2, I like this one. It's a good one. Stop being everybody's emotional support puppy. You are not responsible for other people's discomfort and your success. Meaning, if you're doing great in your life, if you're feeling confident right now, and other people are uncomfortable with that, that is their issue. Okay, it is not your responsibility to downplay and to dim your light because somebody else doesn't feel good about it. And because somebody else is jealous and somebody else is insecure in their own life. And my next tip is you got to realize that these things that you're diminishing about yourself could be your secret weapon in your life. And it could be the secret weapon to make your life so much better. Because when you tap into who you really are and you tap into showing the best sides of yourself to everybody else, you're too loud, too ambitious, too dramatic. Girl, good. All of those things that you were always told to tone down, they work out for you. They get you better jobs. They get you better friendships. They get you better relationships. It's going to bring you to the right people that you need to be around. Because if somebody constantly makes you feel like you have to dim yourself down, you should not be around them. And lastly, be confident. Now, I do have an episode all about confidence. You can go ahead and listen to that after this one is done. But I do want to touch on it a bit here. Because confidence is not arrogance. Okay, you can be confident and humble at the same time. Confident, but not cocky. And how do you do that? Celebrate your wins, but be thankful. Dress up and look like the bad bee that you are and accept those compliments, but be thankful. Do you see what I'm saying? Being grateful and thankful at the end of confidence, that's what makes it good. That's what makes it not cocky. Self-acceptance and gratitude makes the world go round, my friend. Because what is a light? A light is warm. A light is bright. A light makes you see. And light is goodness. So why would you not want all those things to be bright as hell? I really ranted on that one. I'm sweating. So now this is usually the point in my podcast where I answer advice questions and I ain't got none. But look at this cute little edit I made for it. Come on, y'all. Ask me some questions. I know this is only like my 10th episode. This is my 10th episode. Whee! Oh, that's fun. That's exciting. The big 1-0. Okay, so now that is my 10th episode, I need y'all to ask me advice questions, okay? What you can do is you can comment down below or you can DM me on my Instagram, okay? But don't forget, in my last episode, I came out with a new segment called Snaps. Ooh, I need a jingle for that. It's so cute. But basically what it is the same way that you ask me advice questions, I want you to comment below or DM me. And I want you to tell me your achievements, okay? Tell me what made your light shine brighter. Tell me if you landed a new job promotion. Tell me if you had a baby. Tell me if you lost weight. Tell me if you just woke up out of bed, you didn't bed rot today. Okay, tell me something good that you did. I don't care what it is. Just say something good because I want to shout you out. And if I pick you to be our little snaps of the week, I'm going to send you a PR package. So girl, if you're not telling me good stuff that you did, you're missing out because there may be makeup in there. There may be some skincare in there because we all deserve to be praised, right? And accept the compliment. But thanks for listening, guys. And always remember, don't be dumb.